The first and only time I made the basketball team as a young teenager, I broke my leg before we even played our first game. I spent the entire season on the sidelines, cast, crutches, everything. That season taught me one of the most important lessons I've ever learned about goals. Sometimes the goal changes, but often the person you're becoming matters more than whether you reach the original goal. I'm Shalane. I share stories about growth, authenticity, and creating a life that truly feels like yours. I'm an author, speaker, and momentum coach helping people reconnect with themselves and build a life they no longer need to escape from. One of my biggest passions in life is goals. They give us somewhere to go, something to look forward to, and something to put our effort into. I love making the plan, finding the route, figuring out what could go wrong, and working out how I'm going to deal with it. I love problem solving and mapping out different routes to work through the challenges ahead. For as long as I can remember, I have loved hearing about what other people want to do with their life and the steps they are taking to make progress towards that. I find it exhilarating to be in a room with growth-minded people, those that want more for themselves and the world around them. That year that I broke my leg, my goal shifted from being the best I could be at basketball to healing up well enough that I could have a chance to play at least one game that season. I didn't quit the team. Instead, I turned up every practice and game and gave it everything I had. I continued to condition my body with sets of stairs, doing push-ups and crunches, all with one leg. And then when my cast came off and my healed leg was still discolored from the bruising, I continued to do more. By the last game of the season, I was ready to get back in the game. But my coaches said no. I was absolutely devastated. I had worked so hard all season for that moment. I had done everything that was asked of me to heal and get stronger. But my ankle was still weaker, and my coaches didn't want me risking another injury. I cried, I was angry, and I didn't understand why all that work hadn't been enough. But instead of disappearing, I stayed for the game, and I cheered for my teammates even though I was still on the bench. At the end of the year, I received the Most Sportsmanship Player Award. It wasn't the goal that I had started the season with, but I had become someone along the way worthy of something more than getting to shoot a basketball. In that moment, I learned that having a goal and becoming the person capable of achieving it are two very different things.